Oh, are you going on the end?
I'm right here.
He's in the background.
Sure, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Welcome, everybody, back to the Dirty Balls podcast. My name is Ethan Benfield, and I'm here with some co-hosts who will now introduce themselves. Left to right, I guess.
I'm Jeremy Lowe.
Alan Moody.
Jennifer Day.
And we,
Claudio!
we
No,
suck.
it's not this episode.
He was there.
Claudio.
He's been here the whole time.
So, we suck.
Callback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, usually you set those up and
Well,
don't
I
just...
did. I set it up. I pitched it to myself.
Okay, alright. We got some road trips to talk about. We've got a very unsuccessful homestand to talk about. Before all that, though, I've got my one-star game. But before even that, I've got a message for Rob Manfred and all the beautiful people up there in New York City who work on replay challenges. What is the point of replay challenges if you're not going to get it right anyway? That is all. Okay, the one-star review game. Are we ready?
Sure.
There was a Rangers game the other night where that happened. Somebody was safe, and they called him out. He was obviously safe, and then New York said he was still out when he was safe. And then that game went into extra innings. And the Rangers won anyway, but they could have won it in 9 if they would have just got that call. Alright. This one-star review comes from D. Schaefer.
Claudio!
No.
Nuts!
I don't believe his name is D. Schaefer Claudio Nuts. That
He's nuts, though.
D. Schaefer Claudio Nuts. I'm going to name my son that one of these days. Alright.
You ain't got to worry about nothing now.
Well, okay, here we go.
Gotta happen first.
He's got 12 reviews and 3 photos. This is from 2 years ago, so 2019. So for all intents and purposes, we'll call it last year because the 2020 season obviously didn't happen. So 2019, we'll just call that 1 year ago, really. Love blank games, but, ellipses, I keep blank games scheduled on my calendar. But now you are advertising on calendar events. I do not want advertising on my calendar. Please take your advertising off of the calendar of events. It is intrusive for you to put advertising on my calendar.
Oh my God, how many times did he use the word advertising?
Shit.
And calendar.
Shot.
It is intrusive for... Oh, I already read that sentence. Sorry, I will remove the blank from my calendar and will probably not to come to as many games.
On the calendar.
You have gone a bit too far. Back off.
What's calendar?
I want to know date, time, location of game. That's all. Thanks.
What do you think they're even talking about?
Well, they used the word advertising 4 times in 4 sentences, so that's one thing.
Do you think it might have been on his calendar?
Something about calendars. Really, there's no determining. There's nothing that can tell you what the stadium is there, so just have a wild guess at it. I just really wanted to read that one.
Knights.
And remember, it's one that we've been to. All of us.
Charlotte Knights.
Durham.
Greensboro.
Well,
Claudio!
you were almost right. Green is in the title.
Greenville.
Greenville,
Really?
South Carolina. Which, by the way, I could make just the next 6 weeks, just sawed off the game aspect of it and just have it be the one-star Greenville review of the week, because there's like 20
Really?
there's like 20 of them with detailed descriptions of things. But it's still rated 4.7 out of 5, which means there's just that many more positive reviews. But there's like a whole slew of negative Greenville reviews.
I'd say I've never had a bad experience there. I mean, that's one of my favorite ballparks to go to.
I'll share one that when I was choosing which one to use for the game, I read another one where this lady, she said that, I'm assuming she's an old lady, older at least, because she said that she wanted to introduce her grandson to baseball.
Well,
so
nowadays that could be like 28.
That's true. But she said something like, it was, I heard hip hop, and I don't want my son hearing that. or something like that. She's like, I can't believe they played hip hop music. It's so vulgar or something.
Wow.
Which, a couple of things. One, it's at a ballpark, so they're 100% playing the clean version of whatever song they're playing. Two, it's probably a player's walk-up music, which means they chose it, not the stadium. And three, how sensitive are you if you're not going to go to a game because they played a genre of music you don't like?
It's not like they would even play a whole song. I mean, you got like 30 seconds or something.
Just enough to get copyrighted when you go live on Facebook.
Yeah.
They play that...
Or YouTube.
They play that Imagine Dragons Thunder song.
I hate that song.
And, Jeremy hates that one specific part of it.
Right. It's a good song.
We don't leave.
That. Thunder.
We don't leave when they play that. We don't. When they go thunder, we don't say bye, see ya. We don't like YMCA. That's well documented.
Yeah.
We don't leave.
And actually still enjoy the game.
Yeah. I can't I can't expose my grandson's ears to the clean version of
I don't
40.
know where you're keeping him.
The clean version of 30 seconds of a rap song.
Well, check his TikTok and see what he's listening to.
I'll pull, if we have time at the end, I'll pull it up and read it word for word. But it was weird.
That's. I have no words.
Just terrible. Just terrible.
Terrible.
So.
Well, hello. We have a new guest.
Special
appearance by Oscar.
There you go. I left the door open, didn't I?
What door? That door? They got the cat door.
Oh, okay. Well, hey.
There's a cat in this video. We're going viral.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Woo!
right.
About damn time.
If there's one thing that the YouTube algorithm loves to see,
it's pussy.
Cats equal stats, baby. Cats equal stats. All right.
Don't F with cats.
So for the first time, I think, ever, we all went on completely, and by all, I mean those two, me and Jeremy, all went on separate road trips to different parks in the same weekend.
What you drinking, mister? Oscar,
That's
where'd
mine,
you
not
go?
yours, Oscar.
Don't you knock anything over.
You
don't you do it.
You don't.
Just don't knock anything over you can break.
All right, anyway, we went on road trips.
Yes.
Jeremy, would you like to start?
Well, went on a road trip to Winston.
Oh, we're going back that far. So,
well, we haven't done one
because we haven't had an episode.
So we've all got Winston to talk about, and then we've all got the road trips we took last weekend. So I guess we'll start with Winston.
Yeah, let's do that. We went to Winston. Dads were playing in Winston, which was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Going to a Crawdads game in Winston because just not used to us being in the same level as them. But we got our rear ends handed to us, which seems to happen a lot this year. And
we need to pick a new park to hate because Winston's improved quite a bit.
They have eased up a lot on their uptightness. They still have the stupid rule about not putting drinks on the dugout, which, Winston, if you want people to not put your drinks on the dugout, give the front row cup holders like the rest of the stadium.
Seems like a good compromise.
Yeah, but at least this time, the ushers were polite about it. When they asked us to move our stuff, we really had a good time. Other than the outcome of the ball game,
their entertainment guy came and sat with us, and they mocked our cowbells.
Well, see, an interesting story about the cowbells. The first night we went, they had it on their website that cowbells were not allowed, and then someone who we all know messaged them, and
someone, all right,
yeah. But anyway, he messaged them, and the next day they came back and said they had a long talk with everybody else there on the staff, and they changed their minds. And we took our cowbells, and I don't know if they handed them out to the crowd or what, but
which ended up in a pretty funny picture that you can see on my Instagram and probably Jeremy's Facebook.
On my Facebook of us holding up our cowbells like Simba. But yeah, it was pretty cool. They came down there. Like you said, the mascot came down, the entertainment guy came down and mocked us with their cowbells. Yeah. Had a great time.
Fireworks show was pretty cool. Interesting experience with the fireworks show. I went to the team store when they were setting them up because I thought it would take them longer to set them up, and I hear them say, "Oh, is everybody ready for fireworks?" and start counting it down while I'm looking around. So I run out of the team store to watch the fireworks, and I end up standing. So they're shooting them off from center field, and I'm kind of standing on the concourse behind right field. So the fireworks are going off really close to me, and they look like they're about to land on top of me. It's so close, so I keep backing up and doing like this because they looked like they weren't going to go out and they were just going to land right on. I've never been that close to fireworks being set off. It looked crazy and it was very loud.
You should go to Asheville and go up on the hill while they're shooting off fireworks. It's even closer.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty awesome.
Food was better. I had some chicken tenders. They were good. Did y'all eat at Winston?
No.
The day we went, it was raining, so we didn't.
Well,
had to stand around and wait for a while.
The food that I had every night that I went was kind of, just kind of run of the mill. Domino's pizza, you can get it at a lot of ballparks. But the thing I like about getting it at Winston as opposed to when we had it at Hickory.
Back in the halcyon days of 2017?
Yeah. See, in Hickory, they would have it delivered and then sell it at a booth. But in Winston, they have the pizza ovens there at the ballpark, and you get it fresh out of the pizza oven. And it makes a huge difference. It was delicious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it had ice cream. The ice cream was good.
Yeah, and I went and got a frozen lemonade, and I opened it up, and it was just a block of ice. It froze too much. And so they replaced it with a thing of ice cream it was like one of the little helmet ice creams, and the ice cream on it was that tall. It was crazy.
Yeah, they loaded him down with ice cream.
I couldn't even finish it. I set it down behind me, and it melted and made a big puddle.
I don't remember anything other than it was raining. We didn't stay for the whole game.
Yeah, we went on a Saturday because that's his rotational day is a Saturday, and I guess starting before when we got there, we usually parked in a parking lot that used to be a gas station. Well, now that's permitted parking, and you had to go down to the next. There's an abandoned hotel. You had to pay $5 to park in there. I wasn't paying attention, and when I pulled in, Jennifer's like, "Really? You're going to park here?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Look at the door." Parked right in front of 108. So it's meant to be.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got there. They had a little bit of rain delay, but that was the first time I actually got to meet Avery for the first time. He was down there warming up. I was taking a couple pictures because there you can't really get down to the bottom and put the camera through the hole in the net and all that good stuff. And our cameras will focus on the net, and it's hard to take pictures. So I was down there. He was warming up, and he walked up and said, "Hey, finally, glad to meet you." We stayed for 4 innings. He pitched, and we was just ready to go because it was cold and rainy. So, and then when we left.
Oh, and we ate at Bad Daddy's, and that was good.
Yeah.
Oh, Bad Daddy's is always good.
So Bad Daddy's is back in good graces? I thought you were anti-Bad Daddy's.
No, I wasn't anti. It was
for
just
a while.
Needed a break, I guess.
Well, during the COVID time, they didn't even have all the stuff. They didn't have the bacon queso or anything, and it just...
Yeah.
They might as well just shut down everything.
Yeah, because the bacon quesos, I love their burgers, but that bacon queso is the best part.
Yeah.
They had it this time. It was good.
But while we were eating, Jeremy texts our group and tells us that somebody from West Virginia, or Winston-Salem, done something bad. So do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Before you say that, I was gonna go to the game that night and decided not to because I wanted to rest for going to the Coke 600 the next day. And what has been the theme since we started this show? Every time I decide not to go to a game that I could have went to, something crazy happens. I am the Blitz, and it continues.
Yeah, Winston went to change pitchers, and I don't know who noticed it, but somebody brought it to JJ's attention.
One of our batters.
Okay, one of our batters noticed it, brought it to JJ's attention, and JJ alerted the umps that Sal Biasi had a foreign substance on his glove that he was putting on the ball.
Do they know what the substance was?
I haven't.
It was foreign.
Yeah, it was foreign. I know that. It's some kind of tar.
Hey!
But
What?
Wow!
Oh my!
It was foreign.
Don't disregard that,
But,
please. I'm trying to work.
I'm not doing shit.
If I ever work for ESPN,
You're not. Don't worry,
they're going to
'cause you ain't
fire
doing
me
nothing.
on day one.
Well, you didn't say it.
Anyway, he didn't actually get to throw an official pitch in the game. He was tossed before that happened.
Was it KY jelly? They do that sometimes.
It could have been,
It was something sticky.
something sticky so he can get his balls in there. But anyway, then little Ryan Newman decided to come out and run his mouth to JJ, and they met about halfway between the dugouts and had a few words.
Not the NASCAR driver.
No, not the NASCAR driver.
Anyone that could have been confused by that.
Yeah,
He's a popular name in the sport.
I was going to say it,
yeah,
but
he was
I
very
was trying
popular.
to stay on track.
But the teams tried to come out of the dugouts, but the coaches pretty much got them under control.
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's just plastic.
And there were 3 other pitchers thrown out of minor league ball games that weekend. And one of them pitched for Kannapolis. It's 2 pitchers in the same organization got thrown out in the same weekend. And another one of them pitched for
The Royals. Really?
Wood Ducks.
Really?
Who was that?
And
Do we know him?
I do not have internet connection right now, so I cannot pull up the article that lists all of them. Okay, that would have been nice to have known before.
You didn't ask?
But
I just wouldn't need one of those signs.
there was one in the Giants organization that I think it was the Giants. Anyway, it was a minor league team out on the West Coast. So 4 of them in one weekend. They got all of them got a 10-game suspension.
And
But for a pitcher,
$1,100
10-game
fine.
suspension though for a pitcher, that's really only 2.
Yeah, and I hate that about baseball. I think if a pitcher gets suspended, it should be
that many
starts for him. Yeah, how many games he would have been in, not.
Well, that's not fair
10 consecutive.
percentage-wise.
No.
Yes, that is fair percentage-wise, because if any other position player gets suspended for 10 games, he misses 10 games he would have played in.
Yeah, but he plays in all the games.
But yeah, he's missing 10 games.
Yeah, he's missing 10 games he would have played
out
in.
for the whole season.
10 is 10. Okay, then.
He shouldn't be messing up.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been cheating.
Shouldn't have gotten caught.
But I know where you're going, and I'm not saying nothing on camera. Cause.
Okay, do we need to have an off-camera discussion or something?
Well, we can. It's just what we heard.
All right. We'll table that.
Yep.
Okay, so that's Winston. Unless you got anything else on it. Y'all went and it was raining. So.
I'll say one last thing about Winston. If you've been there before and had a bad experience with the staff, the new guy came in, changed out all the staff, and they're really making an effort to make it a fun place to see a ball game again. So give them a second chance.
Yeah, I mean, and coming from us
Or give them a 4th chance,
or
like we've kind of
10th chance. Or,
yeah.
You know, we've had that super bad experience with Lucas, and we vowed never to go back, and we'll go back. And hopefully we'll get a full game, and it ain't freezing fucking cold, flipping cold.
Yeah, it's already too late.
So,
Fuck. It's too late now. Let it fly.
But yeah, we'll go back again.
All right. So now that we've gotten Winston out of the way, we can talk about our other trips. And Jeremy, you just talked a lot, so maybe you want to go last.
yeah, that'd be fun.
All right. Who y'all want to start? Or should
But
I?
you didn't
Because I don't even know where the hell you went.
I went to Greensboro. Remember, I got you that pin
Yeah.
and Lucas that hat. So I went
Greensboro. I try to forget.
Why did you go to Greensboro?
because it was Friday evening. I didn't have anything to do, and I was like, I want to go to Greensboro
Why didn't you go to Kannapolis?
because I wanted to go to Greensboro.
He didn't want to ride with Gary.
I Jeremy texted me and was and well, I tell
You're
you,
the star of the show.
I could have went to Charlotte that night, but I found out about the trip too late, and Chris had his couldn't get any more tickets because it was after 2 p.m. when he has to do that. So anyway, I went to Greensboro, and I decided that this time going to Greensboro, I would actually explore the park to have a proper review for the podcast. Because every other time I've been to Greensboro, one or two things would happen. Either the weather would be bad, so I would be too miserable to go check everything out. It'd be freezing cold and raining or 120 degrees.
And if you want to see the ballpark he explored, check out my channel.
Or
have a video on that. It's the first one I've uploaded, actually.
The other thing that would happen, and sometimes these would overlap as they have twice, would be the Crawdads would be playing, so I'd be too invested in the game to want to miss anything to go check out the stadium. So this time...
Or you'd be under a blanket with a woman. That'll
yes.
never happen again.
Yes. Okay. Three of those were the same game. Because it was cold that night.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So I finally was like, here we go with Greensboro. First thing I immediately didn't like was that the ballpark opened 30 minutes before game time instead of an hour before game time. On a weekend and a giveaway, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe on a random Wednesday, who cares? But on a weekend with a giveaway, you're going to get a lot of people there. You should probably open up an hour before instead of 30 minutes before. So that was a minor gripe. Whatever, get over that. It's not a big deal, but it's just something I didn't like. Next thing was next thing I did. I went in there. I got Alan his pen that he wanted me to get him, and then I tried the food. Because I don't think I've ever properly eaten at Greensboro. So I got I wish I'd gotten the Connie Mack hot dog.
Connie Mack attack, I said.
Because everybody says that's delicious.
Did we get anything when we were there?
But instead, I got a plate of chicken tenders and curly fries, and they were, they weren't terrible.
Chicken tenders at a ballpark?
They weren't terrible, but like...
That's the best thing Hickory has.
Well, but...
They weren't terrible, but like they weren't all that good either. They were just all right. The fries were, you could tell they were bottom shelf Walmart fries.
Curly fries, you said. That's exciting.
Yeah. Seasoned curlies. And so that wasn't that great, but you picked up on that?
Yeah.
Okay. But those were my only two negative things. Once the game started, everything went up. I like that the concourse goes most of the way around, so you can go try to get a home run if you want to try to. And I like that there was a berm that you could go sit on, and seats around the outfield. I'm extremely jealous of the hotel and apartments that are right outside of right field with like a lounge on top that I can't tell if it had a pool or not, but people were up there in pool attire, so I would assume there was a pool there. It looked awesome. Go up there, have like a Mai Tai, sit by the pool, and you got a baseball game happening right in front of you. What's better than that?
I think we discussed that when we were there. I mean, if we were rich, we'd have one of those.
Those have got to be super expensive, I would imagine. So the game starts. Crazy game.
Not us.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw Greensboro score a lot of runs. Where else did that happen?
How many did you see them score?
Well, in the span of 7 days, I saw Greensboro score 53 runs.
Jesus.
17 on that Friday, and then the rest during the homestand. And I didn't even go yesterday or Saturday. So it's probably more like 60 in the past 10 days. 70 maybe.
Greensboro's on fire.
Yeah.
We got Claudio!
So, one thing I do when I go to games by myself is sit in several different sections for an inning or two at a time so that I can see what it's like to be there for a whole season and sit here, sit there, sit a little bit everywhere. Pan-sectional, if you will.
That's not cancelable?
No. If bisectional hasn't done it yet, then pansectional won't do it either. So I go and sit in a lot of different places. And one thing I notice is that there's it's got like that concave horseshoe shape to it, where it's not like straight angles. So the sight lines are a little bit weird, but every seat that I sat in was fine. I really like, there's these big cushy chairs out in the outfield that you can sit in where you can barely see over the wall, but that's probably just because I'm short. And I saw the most egregious unearned run in the history of baseball. This guy stole second, was out by a mile, got called safe. Next pitch, wild pitch, gets to third. Next pitch, balk, goes home.
Wow.
Was it a balk or was it a pickoff?
Oh, yeah. That.
Well, we'll get to it. Fast forward a little bit, I noticed another thing that I really liked. Both teams' bullpens were being super interactive with the kids. They were tossing balls to them, they were talking with them, and that's something that's always really cool to see, especially in these post-COVID times where not every ballpark is like that. It was good to see. It was good to see that happening. Good crowd, good atmosphere. There wasn't. When I say good atmosphere, I don't mean like us or like Toastman in West Virginia. I just mean like fans that cared. They weren't doing the stuff we do, but you could tell they cared. They had a lot of cool stuff on the video board. My favorite one was when Lolo Sanchez was up to bat. They would have Lolo in big block letters on the scoreboard and then have like a picture of his face as like the follow the bouncing ball thing, and it would do the Addams Family song, and in the parts where you snapped, it went Lolo, da-da-da-da, Lolo, and everybody in the crowd did it, and that was really fun. 17-3, 11 of those runs were in the 8th and 9th inning.
Wow.
Typical.
Or, no, 7 or 8 of them were.
Yeah, a lot of them late in the game.
It was against Winston-Salem, and all throughout the night they did these little short histories of famous rivalries. They talked about Duke and Carolina, the Celtics and Lakers, Yankees and Red Sox, Packers and Bears, Liverpool and Manchester United, and because the theme of the night was rivalries, because the Battle of I-40, as they're now calling it, is a new rivalry in high A baseball with Greensboro and Winston-Salem, since they're so close to each other.
I get what they're trying to do there, but I don't like it when they manufacture rivalries.
Yeah. They had a whole graphic that said Battle of I-40 with a Greensboro helmet and a Winston helmet. And
what did we have?
And like 0 to 3.
Like the back roads or something?
Battle of the back roads, yeah, but us in Kannapolis.
But we earned that rivalry.
Right.
And we put something on the line with that one.
And to be fair, being as close as Winston and Greensboro, being as close as they are,
30 minutes, give or take.
Probably would have developed a rivalry anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a rivalry with Greensboro.
Like Asheville and Greenville, you got the I-26 rivalry, because they're literally straight shot I-26 from one stadium to the other.
Well, think about soccer. I mean, there's 15 teams in London.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the last inning, Winston put in this pitcher. This is not the pitcher that was in before the pitcher got changed. This was the
pitcher.
This was the
catcher on the mound.
We'll get there. This was the pitcher that they put in to end the game with the bases loaded. He walks 2 batters in a row with the bases loaded. Third batter up in a row with the bases loaded, hits him, and they leave him in. 2 walks and a hit batsman and 3 batters in a row. Walk, hits him, and
they warm anybody else up,
and they leave him in. And the guy that got hit almost charged the mound. He took like 4 steps with rage behind him, and then just kind of stopped, mellowed out, and kept walking to first. Like he was like, "Gotcha, bitch," and then kept going. Like it was pretty good. So didn't like the gates opening early. Food wasn't that good, but good atmosphere. Pretty ballpark, beautiful sunset, which you can see on my Instagram.
Yeah, he's got an amazing picture of the sunset on his Instagram.
No YMCA, which is a plus.
Yeah.
So to put a bow on Greensboro, I'm not going to put it in my top 5, but it's definitely one of the better ones.
All right.
Yay.
Have the Iron Birds?
Go for it.
I don't remember anything that happened over the past 2
You need to
weeks.
quit drinking.
Why we should have recorded earlier, because I don't remember Winston at all.
I'm going to make sure we're still recording just in case. While you gather your thoughts.
Watch the cord.
Watch the cord.
It's going to do tricks?
Anyway.
Better tricks than you can do, little boy.
Is it recording?
Yeah, we're 30 minutes in already, and we still got our homestand to talk about.
That's what happens when you skip weeks.
Well,
how about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
I mean,
All right, well, last Saturday, Jennifer and Lucas and I, we took a little trip.
I'm going to sit this out so you can do the whole Maryland thing, so you can
He
be in the
wants
middle.
you to be right up in the front.
We took a trip up to Maryland, and it's Ripken Ballpark, after Kyle Ripken. They have a sign on the scoreboard that says "Ring your cowbells," CAL.
I like that.
That's cool. The trip up there was pretty easy. It's pretty much a straight shot.
It's an 8-hour drive, but I don't know if it's because we haven't been anywhere in over a year or what, but it was a quick and painless drive up there.
We got to the hotel at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Hotel room wasn't ready. She's like, "You can sit
Sorry,
here."
we had busy night.
Really? You want to go there?
Is that not what she said?
That's what she said, but you want to make the inflection like she did?
That's what she.
I might should have taken a black light to the bed.
It can't be country hurt then, bad.
It's not. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. If
But-
we survived the room of doom, we can survive anything.
So we wasn't going to sit in the hotel lobby waiting for them to get the room ready. So
we
we
just wanted to check in and get the AC on so it'd be good and cool when we got there.
So we went ahead and went to the ballpark. And on the way there, the summertime, I thought something was wrong with the car. Because I always have fears of my car messing up. And here, we're playing the music. We're in traffic. And when you get to Baltimore, holy flip, traffic's a bitch. But there was this noise, and I heard it, and it kind of sounded familiar, but I just thought something was wrong with the car. It was cicadas. I mean,
Crazy. I think it used to sound like that around here. I guess they've migrated because I remember.
Yeah, because I remember back in the day there used to be cicadas all the time, and now I don't hear them that often anymore.
Yeah, but up there it was.
I mean,
and they kept flying into the window.
living in Denver, North Carolina, with my grandparents, they had them there. But living in the country in Lincolnton, we never had them in our house. So when I hear them, I think of my grandparents.
I hear them in Lenore a little bit.
But I've never, to be over my radio, over the car, over the cars, period.
Because I rolled the window down because
It was crazy. And these sons of bitches are about the size of a baseball. And they're hitting the windshield, and I'm out of damn windshield wiper fluid. I never am out, but with all the damn...
out of headlight fluid.
Blinker fluid.
We got somebody with that. They did.
But, being with all the pollen, I was out. So, but I wasn't expecting to have bug guts all over my damn windshield. Anyway, so we get to the stadium. It's pretty damn big. It was a rookie ball stadium to begin with, and they had
short season. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, short season. But you would think it would be a small, but no, it was pretty big. They had huge circus tents set out in the parking lot for drive-through vaccinations.
Oh, that's interesting.
So they can't open full capacity to the ballpark because they don't have enough parking while those vaccination tents.
And the lady in the team store said they seat 6,000 people. So it's a pretty damn good. They have an upper and a lower, and like a pit. What's the guy's name on YouTube that does all the ballparks? Hample.
Yeah.
Yeah, he calls it a pit that you can walk, on the lower concourse. And they have AstroTurf.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, it's even the dirt is turf.
I hate that fake dirt.
Yeah.
LR's new stadium's like that with the dirt turf. So.
Yeah.
All you got's the mound and home plate.
How is that legal?
Wake Forest is like that too.
How is that? Because it's different from a regular park, so that would make a different atmosphere, make it easier or harder. How are they allowed to do that?
It's just, I guess, home field advantage. They're used to it.
Yeah, but it can... Okay.
But it was a pretty good game. Everything was accessible. We didn't get no food. Well, I didn't get any food. Jennifer and Lucas got burgers.
I just got a hot dog, but it was just there's nothing to write home.
They had beer bats, so I got
liquor.
one. Lucas got a soda bat.
Hickory, beer bats. Please.
We should have brought the beer back down here to show.
Yeah, well. You've seen one beer batch, you've seen them all.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just a different logo.
And they do have like a liquor drink of the game, a mixed drink.
A liquor bat.
So it was. I've got a picture of it. Hopefully, I didn't delete it off my phone yet. But looks like when they do have autographs and everything, and you can do that, players are accessible in the outfield. So we didn't say the whole game. We watched every pitch, 4 innings. I think that's our normal now. So, like I said, it was pretty good.
Well, it was a doubleheader, so
Yeah, I forgot it was a doubleheader.
it was a
You saw
doubleheader.
most of the game.
So we saw the complete first game, and then 4 innings of the second game
Oh.
because that was.
Oh, okay.
Like-
So you went all the
Avery.
way to Maryland to go to half of one game? I didn't know it was a doubleheader.
Well, even if it wasn't a doubleheader, we probably would have done that.
I don't know.
But anyway, the only bitch and complaint that I have, and I wish Lucas was down here to talk about it,
Oh,
we had a Karen that was one of the staff members.
well, there's always got to be one everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. But I don't like overuse of Karen, so they got to be a real Karen for me to call them one. So let's see.
Okay.
Okay. She was telling this is coming from Lucas, so take this with a grain of whatever you want to take it with, that they was not allowed to ask for the balls, a toss-up. They're not allowed to talk to the players, blah, blah, blah. And supposedly she leaned over and said, "That means you too," to him.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
So
Karen.
Avery's warming
We're not
up.
done. We're not done.
We walk out to the outfield to watch him warm up, and there's a team there, got their uniforms on and everything, and just going
Little kids.
crazy for a ball.
Yeah,
Avery, I
little
think, didn't he
18.
toss up a water bottle?
I don't think that. No, it wasn't Avery that did that.
Oh, somebody tossed a water bottle up, and they went crazy that they got a water bottle from a player, which I guess they can.
Didn't you say somebody told him to find a left-handed ball?
One of the kids asked one of our pitchers, can they get a ball? And the pitcher said, "If you can find me a left-handed ball, I'll switch you." So it was funny. So Avery's in the bullpen pitching. The game's about to start, so we head on back to the seats. We sit down in 108, had to. And we sat right down at the fence, so we could get the pictures and everything. Well, here comes Avery walking to the dugout. What's Avery do? Spots Lucas, tossing him up a ball. And I didn't see it.
Oh,
I
God.
felt it.
I know what's
And so once I saw the ball go in Lucas's glove in my peripheral, I watched this lady come over just jawing at him. And so I texted him. I said, "Did you get in trouble?" And he texted me back, "Yeah." He's like, "Where you at?" I said, "I'm on the other side of the dugout." So he gets up and starts walking to us. He passes her. She sees me. We make eye contact. She's like, "Oh shit, I done messed up."
Yeah.
So now the kid's going to go say something. And I'm like, this lady who works there sees us with our team colors on and everything, and you tell us or the kid, you can't talk to the player.
Sounds like it's time for a new.
I drove 8 damn hours, lady.
Like, you can't put the pieces together. Clearly,
Yeah.
if we're wearing the crawdad stuff, then we've probably come from a long ways to see this.
Even without the wearing the crawdads gear, it's a kid talking to a player.
Yeah.
She sounded you're not even supposed to talk to him. Don't even talk to him.
Sounds like
Wow.
it's time for a news segment. And Bold Rock, feel free to sponsor this.
Come on.
The cheer up, bitch moment of the week.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too, to be honest.
But again, and I was looking at Jennifer because it really made me mad that this woman's doing this to a kid. Now, let's ask the question. Would Karen say something to us adults?
No.
Probably not.
Especially not you two.
Yeah, she probably would to him.
Take
It's
your
probably with
authority. Take that sumbitch.
Shine
Turn
it
it
up
sideways.
Shine it
Yeah,
up
I'm
real
getting one
pretty.
in before you, buddy. But
Finish it.
but yeah, stick it up your ass.
But
Candy ass.
I don't get you, and I'm not being mean. You older people, because she was an older person, leave the kids alone, because we're going to circle back to this.
Well, some of those kids over there were relentless over there at the yelling at the pitchers and all before the game.
Yeah.
It gets a little crazy and all.
Don't tell me or my kid that I can't say hey to my players as they walk by, knowing that we are hours away.
8 hours.
I drove up there to see them. I didn't go up there to see your team. I wanted to see your stadium, yes, but I come up there to see my people, my friends, my family. And that's what these guys are. They're my family, and I'm going up there to support them, take care of them, and I'm going to ask them, hey, do you need anything? I'm going to say something to them. Tell me I can't. Tell me I cannot say something to my family.
You can't say nothing to them.
Yeah, well, you kiss my ass. But again, we will definitely go back to that stadium. It's beautiful. It's open.
Hope she's not working that day.
I would like to take more time that way to do stuff around, because we just went from hotel, game, and then back to the hotel, which was in the ghetto. Yeah, it was bad.
There was a man at that hotel that had a lawn chair right outside his door.
Oh, man.
He had a lawn chair. He had his hotel. It was a motel, really, because
I don't know the difference.
Well, the
motels are smaller and shittier and cheaper.
It wasn't a hotel like you go
There's
inside.
There's a red roof in.
It wasn't a hotel where you go inside. There's a lobby and there's an elevator.
If the hallway's
you can motor to your room.
If the hallway's outside,
that's why it's called a motel.
Hallway's outside motel.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And this guy had a lawn chair right outside his door, sitting on it with the door open, his TV on. Was the TV pulled out?
I don't know.
Wow.
7 cases of water right
Well, we didn't see the water until we left.
Hey, my guy's just chilling.
At least it was water.
That's funny.
No, he's got.
And we got out of the car with a little scent of something in the air. And then Lucas like, I smell weed. How the hell do you know what weed smells like? But whatever.
Because he's alive.
He says,
in the
I go
world.
to public school.
Yeah.
That's what he told me.
And then we DoorDashed.
Middle school at that.
We DoorDashed something to eat because I was starting to get a headache because I hadn't had nothing to eat since 7 o'clock that morning. Then I had all that alcohol. So, yeah, I was getting one of my bad headaches. We DoorDashed from Denny's, which was...
Number one, I don't like this shit that they do where they just put a fancy name on something that's really something fucking else. Because they have them all around here. There's 3 different versions of Hooters on DoorDash that you can order from. I don't even... Hootie's Burger Bar or something like that. All these clever little other names where you think it's somewhere cool. But no, it's just... Because what was that? What did we...
Smash Burger?
No, that wasn't the name.
There is Smash Burger. It's up north. Maryland's north.
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. You done all the looking.
The Denny's Burger place. It had some other kind of name that made it sound cool.
Well, anyway, we ended up getting something from Denny's.
And it was 2 minutes from the hotel.
Literally.
Lazy here. Should have went and got it.
I didn't know.
But no, we DoorDashed it. And so then we waited an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
They paid more.
Yeah. I mean, the fries were soggy, but, hey, I don't want to go out in the middle of night at like 10 o'clock trying to find somewhere open, especially in these days and these times. So we done
we were desperate
tried to
and
do the smartest thing that we could do.
For it.
So we'll live and learn, and it won't happen again. I'll just have to suck it up and go find a McDonald's at flipping 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
But that was our trip. Like I said, it was a great ballpark, beautiful. Definitely go back, So there you go.
All right, I will return to my hosting position. Okay, we are starting to run a little bit long. We're at about 40. We're at about 45 minutes, and
this one will be kind of short.
Yes. Well, we got 15 minutes until we're at an hour. So let's just kind of run through the homestand pretty quickly because.
Well, Jeremy's got to talk about his trip.
Oh, that's right.
Charlotte.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, this one might go a little bit long. A good podcast is supposed to stay a certain length.
The people
we're not
love us.
So.
We're not even a podcast. We're a web series.
Yeah, so we'll go a little bit long.
And the people love us, so they'll...
You're supposed to keep a consistent time, but who cares?
Right. We went to Charlotte last week to see the Knights play the Nashville Sound. Yeah, and coming into the game, Nashville had won 15 straight games. And we
sounds like the opposite of us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right now.
But it was a great game. It's AAA. Some really good baseball. Chris, thank you, buddy. You really hooked us up. Had some great seats.
Sure, he's watching.
Yeah,
he does.
But
he's one of the two.
I highly recommend going to see the Knights. You can look on their website and see some of the views from the ballpark. They have it. The city of Charlotte has just a beautiful skyline at night, and when you go to a game and beyond the outfield wall, you're seeing the Charlotte skyline lit up, and they've got all the buildings around. They're all lit up, and they have. I don't want to call them Christmas lights, but they've got like different colored lights on their balconies and stuff lit up. And it's really nice.
Really nice.
It's really nice. The food at Charlotte is amazing, and if you can't find something to eat at the Knights Stadium, then
go hungry.
Yeah, you're too damn picky. They got everything from barbecue, burgers, typical ballpark stuff, and get the stadium nachos.
Nachos.
Yeah. They come in this helmet, and they load them.
Yeah, we can't drop
this helmet's having it rough.
Well, it's the White Sox organization, so screw them.
Yeah, but they load this
foreign
helmet down.
Substance on your hand, it would have.
Yeah, they load it down with toppings, and it is delicious. But I highly recommend if you go, sit on the third base side because they have an usher there that dances in between innings. He goes down to the bottom of the section and will dance the whole time they're playing music.
I've seen that.
And he interacts with the kids and everything. It's just it's a really good time. So, and that was...
you said they had a really good fireworks show, right?
Oh, yes, they did. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. The fireworks show, normally when something seems like it's really long, it's because it's boring and you hate it and it's dragging on, but it might only be like a couple minutes.
Like a Crawdads game?
Yeah, kind of.
And extra innings?
But yeah, with a catcher on the mound. But
we'll get there.
Anyway,
I'm teasing this for an hour now.
It was only 5 minutes long, but it seemed like it was about 30 or 45 minutes. It was that amazing.
Yes, not because of the reason he just said, but the
not
opposite.
Because it was slow, not because you hated it was slow. It's just because there was so much going on with those fireworks. Like their beginning was like Hickory's finale.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, and Hickory does pretty good with fireworks, I think.
I don't know what you're saying, Dan, for. We ain't seen a fireworks on forever.
Charlotte's fireworks were amazing, and they were only 5 minutes long. It's awesome. It's a great place to go. Highly recommend it. Check them out.
The greatest thing I've ever seen there was David Justice.
Nice.
The greatest was watching Jose Batista take the walk of shame.
There was a time where we loved Jose Batista.
Bat flip that bitch.
Short-lived.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm okay. Anyway, yeah, where's Roof Net Odor when you need him? So
the Yankees.
Need him back in Texas.
That's true. We had a homestand against Greensboro, and to sum it up, we fucking suck.
Yeah.
We lost, and then we lost, and then we lost.
What we need?
And then we won, and then we lost 3 more times.
But you know what we need?
To score some...
We need a life.
Yeah, we got to get a life.
We got to get a life.
Not this delicious cinnamon multi-grain cereal with a free game inside of it. No, not that. But a life. Because apparently we don't have one. On one of the nights when we were being destroyed, as per usual against Greensboro, because like I said, I'm not going to do the math right now, but whatever 53 minus 17 is the amount of runs they scored in 5 games against us. And, good golly, Miss Molly, we cannot just... I don't even want to talk about it. We lost. That's the point of this. We suck. We lost. Now that that's out of the way, we can talk about the fun that happened. And, Alan, you were closer to it than I was. Start it off.
Well, what had happened was, we think, I don't know, the coach for Greensboro, manager, coach, same damn difference, was complaining
semantics
about something that we had no clue what was going on. And he called JJ out. He pointed over at me and Chris, and just got real pissed off because he came out for a mound visit. And he walked back, and us being us, we see him pointing at us. So we know we're under his skin. So now we're going to give him crap. And he tells us that we need to leave. And I'm like, you need to leave. And you need tissues, blah, blah, blah. And he's just over there jaw-jacking. And we're over there messing back with him. Supposedly, he said that Chris was shining a light during a pitch. And we needed to get a life.
I interpreted that
like when he ran to the box over there. That he came by the net and said for y'all to get a life.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Now, we were messing with him as he was running out to the third base.
And I had interpreted that as the lights from the news crew that was there, because that seemed
reflecting off
off a phone, or maybe reflecting off of his whatever those gimmicks are called, megaphone. And so I gave him a little bit of shit too.
I did too.
I was I'd gotten a drink and I was walking down and it was very quiet. I was like, "Is that the biggest crybaby in baseball? Is that the guy that doesn't understand what news lights are? Is that Kieran, the crying Karen?"
Wow.
As I called him, because his name was Kieran something. And he didn't respond to anything. And then 2 innings later,
He did.
I'm getting to it. 2 innings later, they hit 2 home runs to make it 13 to...
Well, no, he responded before that.
Wait,
See, all
He
this...
turned around and said, "Have some class."
To me?
To all of us.
Okay, well, he turned around and said,
this in Bush League.
have some class. I'm out of class. It's June. So...
But all this, he's bitching and complaining while he's whooping ass.
yeah.
4-run lead at the time.
And that's what I said to him. I was like, "Is that the guy that complains when he has an 8-run lead?" And it probably wasn't 8. It was probably 5 or 6, but it ended up being 8.
13.
Yeah, and
They scored 13.
yeah. After one of their home runs that made it 13, I shouted, "Don't y'all ever get tired?" And he goes, "Nope. No, we don't."
I gotta admit, that was funny.
And I was like, "Okay, all right. Cheers, bruv. You got me." And I didn't say cheers, bruv. I'm an American. But the next day, apparently, again, I didn't see this, but apparently he realized, or someone pointed out to him, whatever way he came to this conclusion, he had the wrong guy. So he goes over to Chris and he apologizes, which we all had a lot of respect for, because it takes a pretty big man to admit that he was wrong about something like that. And
But it was disappointing because we had all these boxes
We
of
did.
cereal.
We brought
were
in-
going to have a good time.
we brought in.
We were going to give him hell.
I was going to bring in the board game.
Jennifer made another poster like she did this one back here. A Ball Baby Lane, but it was Get a Life Coach, and had his picture on it.
Yeah.
But then we didn't get to do any of that because he apologized to Chris and was cool about it. So then
But he still does not like us.
I don't know.
When he
He
walked,
didn't like me. He didn't say shit to me.
when he walked out to third, I shouted, "It's okay, we're cool now, Kieran. I like you again. I can go back to Greensboro." And he's like, "Yeah, cool, all right." And then later on in the game, when they're whooping us again, badly again, taking us behind 4 woodsheds of the 5 that they took us out in the 6 games we played in. And he, I said, "Do I really have to see you again tomorrow?" And he goes, "Yeah, twice." So that was cool. But God, Lord, Jesus, Mary.
I'm tired of seeing Greensboro.
Well, we'll never have to see him the rest of the year unless we get
We're done. No more home games. No more home games against Greensboro. Greensboro, we got 2 words for you. No thanks.
But during this homestand, now that we've teased it for over an hour,
Yeah.
in the late innings, like
We
the
had
last
some awesome pitching substitutions.
we did have one
Which-
pitching
hey,
substitution that he made it
He did good.
when he went out, with an ERA of 0.
Exactly.
0.
Love it, God.
I
Just
can't
say it
Came in
already.
and left the same way.
Isaiah Skiros pitched, the catcher. Isaiah Quiros.
And he did good, considering he's not a pitcher.
Which a position player pitching is something I saw before, but I hadn't seen it since I made those bingo cards. Now I can mark that off.
2 nights in a row.
I was not there on Saturday.
Seeing speeds of 54.
Which, hey, good job, IQ.
Who's
Truly,
who's
yes.
the other one?
Yeah.
Capers.
The other catcher.
Scott Capers. And
Hey, we had a catcher strike out a guy before, and we loved it. Chuck Mormon?
Yeah.
Not Chuck Morgan. That's the PA guy for the Raiders. Chuck Mormon.
who was the guy that had the Big Timers song as his walk-up music?
DePreta Johnson?
Yeah, Tyler DePreta Johnson.
He
He
pitched.
did like 2 games in a row.
Yeah, he pitched and then went to bat, and I think he walked it off or something like
Yeah.
that.
Big timers.
I've got a picture somewhere out here of that night.
I won't let my kids listen to hip hop. I ain't gonna take them to no game with no big timers.
But anyway, Isaiah, he pitched. He got out of the inning.
Mm-hmm.
No runs scored. Now we're going to Saturday night. We're in extra innings, and you put a catcher in. I don't understand the rules this year about how the roster works with so
And if
many.
it's extra innings, that means we're tied. Which
Game
means
on the line.
And I know
Thank
this.
God there's no playoffs this year.
I know this season doesn't
We wouldn't
amount
make
to
them anyway.
nothing.
Exactly. That's
This is
what I'm saying.
just a freebie year to get these guys at bats, pitches, and yada yada yada.
I
I've
think we're
drunk
just
more-
experimenting.
I've
this
drunk
year.
more beers at the game than we have runs.
And I
And
get
you ain't drunk that much.
Mark Parker
Oh.
tweeted, we pay our money. We go to work. We pay our money for these tickets to see these guys win, we know that wins and losses don't matter. It's getting these guys
Player development.
developed so they can make it to their dream. We get that, but I do
Want
want
to see
to
some
see
wins.
a win. And if it's in the 9th inning or 10th inning, game tied, we're going to put some position player in. I don't want to say scrub. I almost said it. But it's not
Jabroni. No, just kidding.
a
Well,
non-person
A non-pitcher.
position.
He can't pitch. I can't do motorcycle tricks, but that's not what we're here to do.
But it is what it is. We lost.
And-
Greensboro's not coming back.
Thank God.
Thank goodness. And Matthew, whatever Mr. Business's last name, eat a
Frazier.
dick.
Frazier, Matthew Frazier.
Yeah.
Down
Wow.
I joked with
Frazier.
him the entire time, every time he's here, because he was straight up business. Wouldn't smile.
The
Wouldn't
guy
blah,
who
blah,
I said
blah.
looked like Kevin Hart a little bit in this picture.
But he killed a home run. And I'm like, little league home run. He turned around and smiled at me. Made my day. But yesterday I wanted to get his autograph just because, I did Chase. I gave Chase a hard time. No hard feelings. Now look, he's part of the family. So I'm not saying Matt would be in, but I just, wanted to say, hey, no hard feelings. Here to have fun with you. He just walked right on past. I was like, all right, maybe he didn't hear me. I know he heard me, but maybe he didn't hear me. So there was a foul ball hit to him. Little kids standing right there. Can I get a ball? Can I get a ball? Everybody's been handing him broke bats, balls. He just walks over and throws it in the dugout.
He needs to learn a lesson from Jose Acosta
Yes.
about how to have a good time, even when you're Jose
Jose's a trip.
Jose has the same look on his face when we're getting whooped as much as we are.
He
He's a
changes it a little bit. He does get a little frustrated.
happy guy. Like there's a kid there the other night, and we can end on this because
No, we got one more.
God, really?
Yeah, that's very important.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So go on. Shut the hell up and do your thing.
There was
Shut the hell up.
one night. It was a night that we lost 13-5. I think was the final score. This kid goes, Jose, can I get a ball? And then he looks at the manager, and he goes, not tonight. I can't. We lost. I can't do it if we lost. And then the kid's like, oh. And then he goes, wait just a minute. and then he hangs in the dugout for like a couple seconds long, and then gives him a ball.
Yep.
You can't be telling that. Now you're going to get him in trouble.
One thing that cracked me up that Jose did, and I'll tell this real quick. He made a play at second, and the ball took a funny hop, but he made the stop, made the throw, sitting on his butt,
Yes.
Yeah.
threw the guy out at first. It was a great play. Yeah. And then what does he do? He pops up and looks over at us behind the dugout and goes, like he's ringing a cowbell. That cracked me up.
All right, so apparently you have something left, and it's really important. And if it's that important, I should know what it is, but I can't remember it.
Well, one funny thing. Didn't one of those Greensboro pitchers yell at the catcher?
Yeah. Yelled the catcher to catch the ball. Because it was a dirt ball, and he's like, catch it! No shit. But anyway, back to Matt. He didn't give the ball to the kid, so I was like, screw him. But after the game, before the game, I got Claudio's and Lolo's. And I told him, I said, thank you guys for having fun with us. And they said, most definitely, Claudio's. The whole stadium calls my name. Well, hell yeah, I'm going to have fun. So they're super cool guys. Wish them the best.
Just not against us.
And so we just told everybody as they left, bye, thank you. And I said, Matt came out, Matt, smile. And he gives me, thank God we're going home. We ain't got to be here anymore. So he said something like that. And I'm like, fuck you, Matt.
Yeah.
So there's not many people that I just dislike.
That guy for Charleston that started a fight with Lotley and then backed out of it.
Yeah. But the most important news, Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't even there Saturday night.
Friday night. It's when it started. Josh Advocate has been on our roster.
Oh, yeah, I know this. I know
all
this.
season.
We can finally...
And we have, we have been wanting to figure out what's going on. And we were talking, and I just looked on the roster.
One of the pitchers came out of our dugout, and he was wearing 11. And I said, why's he got Josh's number on?
Well, Josh on the app has not been 11, but that's
yes, he has. Yes, he was.
I thought it was 23.
No, I don't know why you say that. No.
Yeah.
I hate it when Mom and Dad fight.
Me too. You go to our hiding spot.
Go to your safe space. Well, anyway, Josh is on the roster. He's at the very top. First one. Boom. Wasn't there. All right. So what do I do? Go to Frisco. Boom. There he is. Top spot. Hey, Advocate. Blah. And I'm just jacked. So here I am texting him. I message his wife. I message his mama. Jess messaged something. And she said, yay. And I'm like, yay, he's there? Yay, what's going on? Josh Advocate is officially with the Rough Riders. So he's in AA.
Yep.
So Saturday night, he made his first appearance, pitched 1 inning, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and he still has that ERA of 0 that he's carried over from the fall league. So there's the great exciting news. And we're going out to Texas the first week of August to see him, and I get to go see Mike Trout.
All right.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
It's not going to happen because I'm excited. Something's going to fuck up and we can't do it.
That's awesome.
But anyway, guys, sorry for such a long show. Hope you've enjoyed it. And if you made it this long,
you're awesome.
Give me a damn thumbs up.
Like and subscribe and comment. Share it with Bobby and
hit that bell notification.
Hit the bell.
God knows when we'll have another video.
Go on Facebook.
We're supposed to do it every week. But somebody don't want to do it every week.
With 2 week homestands and 2 weeks on the road, there's not crazy amounts to talk about every week.
We should probably...
really, how long is this video here?
We should probably record another episode this coming weekend because we didn't go... we got to go over the whole homestand.
Just read it. Go online. You'll find the promotions and everything.
Says the person
It's on the calendar. It's on the calendar.
Advertising.
Make sure you comment and let us know if you enjoyed Oscar joining the show with us today.
Or if you hated it. Just comment something.
Bet you won't.
Take care.
Tell us you like breathing.
Bye, y'all.
Take care. Take your
peace.
Advertisements.
Take your vitamins.
Take your vitamins. Say your prayers. Keep your balls dirty.